Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Flash Antonio from Flash Caps, your go-to page that features pop culture, sports, music, and arts from local and international cap brands. In today's special episode, I'm going to feature one of the hottest cap personalities nationwide who's slowly gaining popularity worldwide through his online presence. Join me as we go on a cap adventure with Kenneth Rubiano, aka the Cap Master. Hey Kenneth, what's
Hello,
up, man?
everyone.
Kamusta? Kamusta?
What's
How's
up,
it
sir?
going? How's your 2021?
It's good, sir.
Okay, good, good. That's nice to know. And thank you so much. Before we start things off, thank you so much for agreeing to this very special feature from Flash Caps. Usually we would feature people. I mean, like we would feature cap collections. We would feature cap assortments from different collaborations. But you are the first ever person to be interviewed on Flash Caps, and there's a reason why. The start of the year 2021, we want to tell stories about different cap personalities in the Philippines, and I would love to hear your story, and I'm pretty sure everybody else wants to hear your story. So let's start things off with introducing yourself.
I'm Brian Kenneth Rubiano, 23 years old, from Abukay, Bataan, Philippines, also known as CapMaster.
Yon, Cap Master. So when did you get that nickname? Has it been given to you for more than 1 year? Matagal na ba siya? It's been with you for like 2, 3 years already. Tell me the story of being Cap Master.
As far as I can remember, I was performing cut tricks in a dance competition, and the crowd started calling me CapMaster.
Oh, I see. So it was during a dance competition. So you have
Yes, sir.
background in dancing and performing arts. It's really
Yes.
from that part. Oh, interesting. I didn't really know that. I thought you started with all of the cap tricks straight, without any dancing background. But that's good to know. And I'm actually curious. People have been telling me about your previous appearances on local TV shows.
Hi!
Hello po,
Hello, ba? Anong pangalan mo?
Kenneth po.
May mga kasama ka pa dito ngayon sa
Si
audience?
tatay po.
Ano si Tay? Tay, hello po. Bakit ka sumali sa Pilipinas Got Talent?
Para po sa magulang ko po, gusto ko pong kumbaga po medyo gumaan po yung buhay po namin.
Sa'yo ha, Kenneth.
Maraming
Good
salamat
luck.
po sa inyo. Thank you po.
Local TV shows, some of them are on YouTube. By the way, guys, you can find Kenneth's capture king skills on YouTube, but we'll show some of them later. I'm curious though, aside from local TV shows, you have also been featured in the New Era Cap Philippines Facebook page. And so many people have been very, very impressed. Nagagalingan sila sa'yo, and they're so happy to see what you're doing with your caps. And I'm curious, what are your signature tricks? Meron bang like it's only you that started introducing these styles?
My signature tricks, I call this trick a double twist. Instead of having a flip once, I tried making it twice. That's why I call
Oh.
double twist.
So the double twist. So you flip it in the air, and instead of just catching it on your
Yes,
head
sir.
with one flip, you wait until it does it twice. So dalawang beses,
I
and then you catch it
I
on your head.
yes, sir.
Tig. Aside from
Yes, sir.
from the double twist, tell me more about, your cap tricking skills. Signature tricks mo, your difference, the difference of your tricks versus other cap trickers from across the world.
Mhm.
Kwento mo naman sa amin.
Every cup tricker have their own style, but I have a unique trick separates me from other cup tricker. It's the fire cut tricks. As far as I know, I'm the one who started these tricks. I also discover a lot of tricks that other cup tricker don't know. Yes,
With
sir.
the fire cap tricks, okay, I'm curious kasi obviously it's difficult. You're dealing with two different elements. No, you're dealing with the cap itself, and then you're also dealing with controlled fire. Diba? You have to control that. You have to make it safe. Make sure nobody gets hurt. You don't get burned. Not any of your audience gets hurt as well. When you're doing your tricks. And how did the fire cap tricks go about? How did it start? Is it like, oh, I want to do this, and like, how do I make my cap tricks safe?
I started doing fire cup tricks 5 years ago. I want to be more unique than other cup trickers in the world.
Wow. So it's really your pursuit to be, totally different from others. Kasi nga naman, other cap trickers would have, the same technique. They would try to have their own unique tricks, their own unique styles. But yours talaga, it's about fire cap tricks. It's totally unique, and it's hard to execute. I'm pretty sure. Kasi syempre, you're always going to think about safety, and you have to take care of your equipment. And we're going to show some of your special tricks. We're going to have a montage video of your special tricks during this episode. So for those of you who are watching, stay tuned for that. So for your signature cap tricks, and you've performed in local talent shows, Pilipinas Got Talent, and I think you also did It Bulaga, tama ba?
I'm a grand finalist of It Bulaga.
There. So I'm curious, how many years have you been, perfecting your technique? How many years have you been doing cap tricking? 3 years? 5 years? 8 years?
Almost 8 years.
Wow, almost 8 years. So there's a lot of hard work talaga to, to come up with all of these, different styles. They see it on YouTube, they see it on local TV shows, but people don't know the amount of work that you do to practice every day. I'm actually curious, how many hours do you devote every day just to practice your cap style, your cap tricking style?
Before I practice every day 2 to 6 hours.
Wow, up to 6 hours a day, and you do it every day.
Yes, sir. Saturday and Sunday, sir.
So at
Weekend.
least during weekends, but that's still, yeah, but that's still a lot of man hours. Like we're talking about a combined 10 to 12 hours every weekend. Just to make sure that you're perfecting your craft, and that's impressive. So for all of you who are aspiring to be cap trickers, uh, there is a lot of work that you have to put in, to do what CapMaster is doing, in his performances. And again, if you haven't seen him yet, he was recently featured in the New Era Cap Philippines Facebook page. And we'll be showing some of those clips in this episode. So let's talk about doing it for the culture. You are somebody that a lot of people look up to. Your tricks are totally unique, and I'm pretty sure there are some people out there that have approached you and asked you, they wanted to learn what you're doing. And have you been teaching people your skills? Have you been sharing your knowledge? Can you tell us about your experiences?
Um, I started sharing my knowledge to my fellow dancer in our group. I taught at some event and also on the New Era Cup anniversary. I'm doing some tutorial after my performance.
Oh, I see. So after your live performances, so meaning like during your gigs, when people see you, and then after your performances, they would approach you, and then they would ask you, can you teach us how to do this thing? Can you teach us like a single flip or a double flip or whatever? And have you ever considered doing online tutorials? Like through Zoom or on YouTube. You record your tricks and then you show people how to do it step by step. Have you thought about it?
Actually, sir, I'm not started doing online tutorial or online teaching.
Not yet, but would you
Not,
consider doing it, this year and probably, moving forward? Are you thinking of being able to share what you know through online, platforms?
I will try to teach online through my Facebook account. Personally, teaching is very much welcome.
Oh, so it's better if it's in person, hindi lang online, but it's also a good thing
Um,
if you're able to, to meet people and, to do your tutorial sessions live. Is that what you're saying?
yes, sir. And also on my YouTube channel, CapMaster TV,
Oh,
sir. I'm
we will
uploading
promote that.
soon tutorial. Yes, sir.
Oh, I see, I see. So we will be sharing a link to your YouTube channel, to your YouTube account in the description box of this Flashcaps episode so that people who would like to watch your tutorial videos, you can simply go and click the link below. Now let's talk about beginners. At some point, people would have to start somewhere. So let's talk about beginners, that are trying to learn cap tricking. Okay, what are your tips for the beginners?
Mm, Practice every day because practice make perfect. This is what we should remember when we start doing cap tricks. Patience, enjoy what you are doing, and timing. Timing is very important to doing cap tricks. Just like dancing, just enjoy. You need timing to kill the beat.
So it's important talaga, to have a lot of patience because when you do it for the first time, obviously you're not going to nail the trick in one go. You have to do it over and over and over again to make sure you get it right. And tama ka, I totally agree with you. You have to enjoy what you're doing. That's very important. Um, it has to be a passion. You have to really love what you're doing
Yes,
to
sir.
get to the level, that you've been achieving, you've been able to achieve as of this point, and hopefully you get to reach higher heights in terms of cap tricking performances. Now, pag-usapan natin, let's talk about your vision for the cap community. Let's talk about the cap community. Obviously, you have a lot of caps. I can see some caps
Yes, sir.
behind, and top of mind, if you don't know the exact number, how many caps do you have in your personal collection?
Um, Almost 30, sir.
30 caps.
Yes, sir.
And in terms of cap brands, okay, in terms of cap brands, which cap brand has, the biggest share in your collection?
Sir, New Era.
It,
New
I
Era.
just have to ask it. No? I just have to ask it. I can see that you are wearing a New Era Cap Philippines hoodie and a New Era Cap uh, 5950 fitted, the 100 years celebration. How many New Era caps do you think you have in your, collection of about 30? Probably 15, 10, half?
20 plus, sir.
20 plus are New Era caps.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Talagang, full-blown New Era cap fam. And let's talk about the cap community. Let's talk about the cap community. Obviously, you are not just a performer, but you are also a cap collector. And tell me about the cap tricking community, both local and international. What are your thoughts about it?
I want to spread cat bricks all over the world, not only here in the Philippines. I think that building cat bricks community can possibly be the way for it to be recognized by most people.
You're talking about the Captrix community, and your vision for it. You want a lot more people to try and do it, and you being, I think, one of the pioneers locally. What is your goal as a Captricker? I mean, do you also see yourself possibly touring outside of the Philippines, performing, in Asia, or probably, worldwide?
Mm. My dream as a cat tricker is to become Philippines representative in other country. For me to share my talent all over the world.
That's important, I mean, at the very least, you should also be very proud of being able to represent the Philippines in cap tricking as an art form. Cap tricking is an art form. It's performing arts. You're dancing to a beat. You're being able to catch your cap at the right time. And I really hope that there are more people who are like you, who would eventually pick up, cap tricking as a passion, as a performing art. And you mentioned that you are also going to share some of your basics, some of your tutorials on your YouTube channel. And so we will make sure that that appears in this episode's description box. What do you regularly use during performances? I mean, like, I have some 950s here. I have some snapbacks, but is it true you're using a fitted cap? You're using a 5950?
Yes, sir. I'm wearing 5950.
Oh, I see. What's your 5950 size?
7 and 1/8, sir.
7 and 1/8. So you're one of those guys that use 7 and 1/8, and you use it even for your performances, right? So you don't
Yes.
use caps that are loose to make it easier for you to catch it. It's really the exact head size that you're wearing.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't you don't use a bigger cap size just to make it easier for it to catch. So that makes it more difficult.
Yes, sir. Para may thrill din po.
Right. I agree. Para may thrill, like people would say like, baka maluwag, it's probably loose. Makes it easier for him to catch it. But no, you're actually using your standard head size, which is 5950 7 and 1/8. 7 and 1/8.
Yes, sir.
If I am a newbie, if I am a beginner to the cap tricking art form, would you recommend that I use a 950 snapback, or should I use a 5950 with my head size? What's your recommended cap for beginners?
5950. Because 5950 is the best cup for me for use cap tricks. I also use other cup like 940 and bucket hat, but 5950 is the best for cap tricks.
Okay. And you heard it here in Flash Caps. CapMaster is recommending a 5950 for beginners, and you can use any design. You can have like Major League Baseball, NBA, or whatever. Right now, CapMaster is wearing the centennial celebration, 100 years, 59, 57 and 1/8. And Kenneth, is it okay to use the same head size, not a bigger head size? Use the exact head size for the beginners.
Yes, sir. It's comfortable, or it's up to you what size to use for cap tricks.
But preferably, it should be like the same head size that you're wearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's the best.
It's nice to have that tip, coming from Kenneth, for all of you aspiring cap trickers, beginners. You can use a 5950.
This is one of my favorite cap tricks. Okay, sir.
Name.
Cap tricks one of the basic ones.
Okay. Okay.
One of my favorite performers in the world is Rude Boy.
So shout outs to Rude Boy, one of the best cap trickers worldwide. It would be interesting in the future to actually have a joint performance with Rude Boy and CapMaster. That would be interesting. Um,
Cap tricks is for everybody. Girls, boys, kids, adult. It's for everybody.
so, Kenneth, for 2021 onwards, what are your activities? Do you have any events to promote, some gigs? Please tell us all about it.
I just continue sharing my talent and performing on different events. I will also participate in some talent competition in other country. And most of all, thank you for New Era Cup Philippines for the sponsorship and trust for the talent that I have.
So, I really have to give a special shout out to the New Era Cap Philippines family. I mean, obviously, you've been representing the brand so well. You've been featured on their Facebook page. A lot of people have been telling me about how good you are. And, when everything comes together, I just really hope, eventually that New Era Cap Philippines would, sign you as an exclusive brand ambassador, and I wish you all the best in your career, as a performer and as a member, a beloved member of the cap community. And so, any final words for Flash Caps viewers and cap tricking beginners?
To all Flash Cup viewers, continue supporting Flash Cup and of course, Cup community. For those who are starting to learn cup tricks, always remember to own the cup like it's part of your body. Make it your passion for you to enjoy cup tricks more.
That's it. That's it. That's an awesome message. Thank you again so much for, being a part of today's episode. Once again, I have to appreciate the time that you spared, at the start of the year. Maraming salamat, CapMaster Kenneth Rubiano. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for,
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
being part of this episode. And all of you who are watching this very special episode of Flash Caps, I sincerely appreciate all your support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more cap related content. And as always, till our next cap adventure, stay flashy, Flash Caps.